Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome back to Winnie B Cuisine 221. I know it's been such a long time guys, it's been a long time, but today I'm gonna make mafe. So I said, you know what, I decided to record. So mafe is like a peanut butter stew. So I have here some lamb, some fresh lamb here. I have some gedge is a dried fish. I have yet is like I think I mentioned it in some of my previous videos. It's like snail type of thing. It gives it a very good odor. Here I have okra. Okay, so I live in the United States guys, and you can always buy the fresh okra, cut it up and do all that, but the frozen one here is available for us, and like they say, time is money, so we don't have that much time, so I just buy the frozen one. I have here tomato paste. I have peanut butter, tiki dege. Look, this is not the original tiki dege. I think the original tiki dege is probably somewhere in Africa. You know, those good ones. But hey, in America, this is all we have, so we try to improvise. I have here Japanese sweet potato, carrots. I have my nokos, and of course, we're gonna need a little bit of lemon. So guys, like I said, this is the way I make my mafe. Some people add different stuff like netatu, you know, all kind of different stuff. I just make it simple and fast. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Okay guys, I went ahead and I put oil in my marmite, so it's hot, so I'm ready to add my meat. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my meat, and as I mentioned, this is very fresh meat that I bought yesterday from the halal store. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my meat. All right guys, so I added my, of course I put a little bit of oil to the marmite. I added my meat, and now I'm adding my yet. Okay, and then we're just gonna let this cook a little bit. Okay guys, so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, just a little bit, and we're gonna turn this up a little bit to cook. And I always advise you guys to add bay leaves. Bay leaves is very good in everything that you cook. So I'm just gonna add a few in here. All right, and then I'm going to cover it and let it cook. Guys, I added some Cajun seasoning, and let me tell you guys, this is the secret to everything. My sister uses this for cooking, and her food is always just top-notch. Like, it always tastes so good. And her secret is that she uses Cajun seasoning. You guys can find this at Restaurant Depot. And she also uses garlic powder. So these are her go-to things. So I've added the Cajun seasoning, I've added the garlic powder, and I've added the nokos. Now we're just going to let it cook and caramelize. So guys, in the meantime, while the mafe is cooking in the marmite, I'm going to take my okra and put it in a blender so that it can break down for me. You can, excuse me, that's my son. You guys are free to put it in like this, but usually I just like to break it down. Okay guys, so it should be mixed up pretty good. So this is the okra. Alright guys, as you can see, the meat is cooking, it's browning, the color is just absolutely beautiful. So we'll let it cook a little bit more, and then I'll add tomato paste here in about a second, but I do just want to let it cook a little bit more. Okay guys, I added my tomato paste. As you can see, it's in there, so I'm letting it cook a little bit more. So I added my tomato paste, so I'm gonna let it break down a little bit. All right, you guys, our tomato paste has broken down. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add water, and I'll just start. Beautiful color, guys. Let's add about 6 to 8 cups of water. All right, guys, so I added about 6 to 8 cups of water. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put in my okra, my peanut butter, and my veggies, and I'm just gonna let everything cook. All right guys, so I've added my peanut butter, I've added my okra, and I'm just gonna stir all of this. Okay guys, the key to having a good mafe is stirring. You have to stir and stir and stir and stir and make sure everything is just combined together. Now I'm gonna add my veggies to the pot. Alright guys, as you can see, I added my vegetables, carrot, Japanese sweet potato, cabbage. I put a little bit of salt, a little bit of bouillon. So now we're just gonna let everything
guys, our mafe is pretty much ready. So we'll plate it.
Alright guys, here I'm making the rice. I just use a rice cooker. So this is my basmati rice, guys. As you start to see the oil rise, that means that the mafe is ready. So our mafe is ready. Alright guys, so we're plating our mafe. I have my rice here in this bowl. And alright guys, here we go. Here's our mafe ready to go.